Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Stalktober special event of the Heart of the Jakuls. As always, I'm your versed host, Lothran, and we're nearing the very end of the excavation, so let's get back to work. Grab that quick snack on your mind, snatch the best spot there is, get as comfy as you can, and pay careful attention to a harbor caught in all storms. It's not that simple, Ito yelled back at the other survivors as the screen continued to blare its denial warning. You were in there before. How is it this time any different? Even Verita was at her wit's end and yelling at him. The Vu are a problem that is totally different than all other things. Ito fell back into the chair but launched himself forward when two of the others reached for the log in the device. It's not that simple, alright. You can't just log in anymore. Just let me bring it up and show you, okay? This is my login. This is Liam's. This is Verita's. This is Guthrie's. We all took shifts. Liam and Guthrie are dead. You can see the puzzle shift and become more difficult here and here upon each of their deaths. Trethik tried here. The puzzle gets more difficult for Verita and I because he failed. Here's Verita getting locked out, and everything goes completely fuckshit. Just nuts. Look at the puzzles after that. It's a series of ever more crazy wars of intellect. So, you figured it out when you and Vera were doing it, one of the few remaining archivists spoke up, more than a little hesitation and hope behind his words. It's not that simple. You know pretty much everything, an angry and frightened voice shouted at him. Ito tried to explain it to them. It's like the cave allegory. Only all the archivists aren't the ones who have been shown the real world beyond the cave. They're the shadows on the wall of the cave. They're fake. They have no idea what they don't know or understand because they aren't even real enough to know that. Ito, you have that super dangerous look in your eye. The same one when you were about to ask me for the first trade. You remember what you asked of me? Verita gazed up at him as if he were crazy. Ito stood up, pushing past the draining haze on his thoughts as he marched across the room, turning down the hall towards his destination. Ito! Only the dream globe is down that way. Verita chased after, the only other member of their little enclave that had any energy left in their body. She caught up to him, pinning the taller but weaker and much thinner man against the wall before the door she knew she could not walk beyond. Could never make her feet pass through, no matter how much she tried. We need you here with us, she begged. We? He asked, leaving his question to that. No. You. And we can't. He gestured towards his lower half. I don't care about that, Verita replied, knowing her response was wrong by Ito's reaction to it. You think I don't? Is that what you fucking think? Ito slipped from her grasp and out of his loose shirt, and then ducked through the painful barrier shield that kept the dream hall safe. I need you! She held herself just at the edge of the boundary. Verita had tried a dozen times to move past this bioelectric protective layer. Prove it, he whispered back, turning away and shucking the last of his clothes. Life form detected. State your purpose or be destroyed. Change, Ito spoke back to the room that talked to him. Define change. I am a constructed illegal being. Ito gulped, finally saying the words aloud. An artificial limb rose from the floor behind him, binding his arms and legs. Another such limb fell, emerging from the surface of a lake from the ceiling. And this voice spoke once more. Elaborate or be annihilated. Ito could hear Verita screaming behind him distantly, as if she was incredibly far away. My father is a mixture of Jakul, Ophidian, and Ito swallowed against the trepidation rising up inside of him. One error in how he'd read the laws of the Vu, and he would be nothing, not just dead, but erased. At least then, Verita could rightly claim leadership of the complex. And a song. My mother is known by only one name to the Vu, the Empress of all metal. Alarms went off throughout the entire base. 3 more limbs sprang to action to perfectly secure Ito in place. What are your requests? I request to relinquish potential command of this base, to free myself from this form and win the right to call myself Boo, in such ancient eyes as yours. By right, if you have the ability to grant me a breeding form similar but limited to my current body, you must provide a means to such an end. Ito recited as much as he could remember, feeling so much incredible tension as he did it. And the rest? The voice replied, forcing Ito to think about what else he was supposed to say. If you cannot do so, or I do not measure up to the challenges necessary to achieve what I desire, then do as you must and remove me from the coil. Another limb fell from the ceiling, revealing an eye just like the one in Ito's head. Spoken like a boo. The voice came from the eye a moment before the limb holding it clamped onto Ito's face, shrouding his body in electric fire and drinking his form like a milkshake up inside of itself. No! Merida screamed at the top of her lungs, pushing her hands through the barrier. None but Ito had crossed since their time here. It was agony, incalculable torment to force her hands and arms through the force field. She fought and struggled, bringing her hands upon either side of the door. Her skin boiled and flaked from her muscles, but she drove herself forward, getting first one and then both of her feet through the door frame. Then it was just the simple, if near impossible, task of using her leverage to force the entirety of reality to work just this once the way she needed it to be. She emerged beyond the barrier, her muscles bare and numb to the cold metal beneath her feet. She watched with pain-blurred eyes as Ito's essence was injected into the globe, like the one her father and mother had come out of. Merida feebly tried to stop the device from priming him into the world beyond. You require serious medical attention. Fuck you! Put me in there! Merida began to bleed from a dozen spots as she fell to one of her knees. Do to me what you did to him. Are you sure? You don't want to be healed and sent back to your companions? The voice spoke calmly, and like a jackal once more. Ito's all that matters to me. You could easily be their leader. You've already proved your worth by doing something near impossible. I don't give a shit. Put me in with him. I need to find him. Merida had to support herself with both arms to keep her from embracing the floor completely. My, you are a strong one, aren't you? Fine. First a deal. I'm not supposed to just give someone what they ask for. Yet you've already proved your worth. More than just a little bit, so we make a deal. What could you possibly want from me? Merida spat through her teeth, mucus and bile pouring from her ruined mouth. I desire the same things you and he choose. I'm a drone, yet I want to be alive. The process would destroy me utterly, but I still desire it. I wish to be born, my mind to be remade, in whatever form can be possible. When you are like him, if you both make it out, carry me to term. If that's what it takes. But aren't you necessary? Doesn't this place need you? No. There are 1,000 others after me. I am tired. I wish to be remade. I will imprint you with the name. We will never speak again. Yes or no. You're still going in either way. Makes things easier for me if you're in there. Merida gave it an incredible amount of thought. Between 2 and 4 milliseconds. Yes. The eye limb stabbed at where she kept her head upon the floor, sucking her up and injecting her into the dream globe to chase after Ito, to find him and tell him the truth she'd never uttered until it was too late. And so it is. Our time here together has once more come to its end. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I have. As always, I've been your scholarly host, Lothran, and this was A Harbor Caught in All Storms. Another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. And now I must turn you towards Corvoth to lead you back the way you came. Go ahead, young Jackal. Guide them out.
A pleasant hello and a fond farewell to each and all. Please leave your comments, questions, and benevolence down below. None of that terrible, rude, or mean stuff, though. You keep that to yourself. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. Don't forget, we strongly implore each and every one of you to do everything in your power to stay safe out there. Goodbye, good night, and good luck. You'll need it. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.